The train continues through the night, steady and patient, as though it knows there is no need to hurry. The world outside grows quieter still. Bilahis. Fade. Forests fade. Even the rivers have fallen behind. What remains is the rhythm, the endless, soothing rhythm that has carried you all this way. Clack, 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 clack. It has become the language of the night, a song written in sound and silence, motion and stillness. You no longer need to listen for it. It is simply there, woven into you, a part of your own breath, your own heartbeat. The window shows little now. The mist has thickened once more, wrapping the land in a blanket of silver shapes, blurred edges, bunnies. Bunnies, all that remains are soft tones of gray and white, shifting like dreams across the glass. The night no longer shows you the outside world, it shows you a reflection of your own drifting mind. Your body is heavy, but it is the heaviness of rest, of surrender, of safety. The seat cradles you completely, the blanket warms you. The cabin hums with a quiet glow, each sound softened by the embrace of silence. There is nothing more you need to do, nothing more you need to hold. The train moves gently, rocking you as though you were a child again, carried without worry, without thought. The rails stretch endlessly ahead, but you do not need to follow them with your eyes. The journey is not for your mind. The journey is for your rest. Time has dissolved completely. You do not know if minutes pass, or hours, or something else entirely, but it no longer matters. The train exists beyond time, and within it, you are beyond time too. There is only this moment, stretching softly, endlessly, carrying you deeper. The night whispers through the window, a sound so faint you might only imagine it. The hush of wind, the sigh of branches, the distant call of unseen creatures. Each whisper joins the lullaby of the wheels, reminding you that the world outside is resting too. Everything sleeps. Everything drifts. Everything is quiet. Your eyes grow heavier now. Each blink lingers longer, until your lids barely rise again. The warmth around you, the rhythm beneath you, the soft silence within you all conspire gently to guide you away from l'avec. EAEFULNESS. There is no destination for you to reach tonight. The train does not need to arrive. It only needs to carry you deeper and deeper until the journey itself becomes the dream. So let go. Let your breath grow slower, softer, quieter. Let your thoughts dissolve like mist, vanishing into the night. Let your body sink fully into the seat, into the warmth, into the rhythm that holds you. Clack, 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 clack. The sound grows fainter now, not because it has stopped, but because your mind no longer needs to hold it. It drifts to the edges of your awareness, like a lullaby fading as you fall asleep. The train continues on, endless and eternal, carrying you through the quiet, carrying you through the night, carrying you gently into dream. And now you rest. The train glides deeper into the night, and with each passing moment, the world outside grows quieter, softer, more dreamlike. The city is far behind you now. Its lights, once scattered across the horizon, have dissolved into memory. In their place stretches the countryside vast, dark, and endless, like a sea of silence beneath the stars. Through the wide window beside you, you see shapes moving gently across the night. Fields unfold like giant blankets, their edges hidden in mist. Trees gather in clusters, their branches swaying in the whispering wind, their silhouettes delicate against the silver wash of moonlight. The train does not rush past them. It drifts, steady and calm, as if it knows the night must be savored, not hurried. The rhythmic song of the wheels continues. Clack, 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 clack. A heartbeat, a lullaby, a steady reminder that you are moving ever forward. Between each sound, silence flows thick and comforting, like velvet draped around your shoulders. The silence is not empty. It is full, brimming with the presence of the night itself. A thin fog curls across the fields, silver in the moonlight. It rises and falls like a living breath, as though the earth itself were exhaling slowly beneath the sky. You watch it drift, wrapping around trees, smoothing the lines of fences, swallowing distant barns until only their roofs are left visible. It is not eerie. It is peaceful, as if the world is tucking itself in for sleep. The train moves through the fog, and for a moment, the world outside is nothing but white, soft, and endless. The window glows faintly with the haze, and you feel as though you are floating, suspended in a dream where edges and shapes have no meaning. The steady rhythm beneath you is the only anchor. Clack, clack, clack. Gradually, the fog thins. Beyond it, you see the outline of a river, silver black under the moon. Its surface ripples gently, mirroring the stars above. The train crosses it on a long iron bridge. The sound shifts, echoing in hollow tones. The low hum of wheels rolling over metal. The faint creak of beams stretching in the cool night air. You feel the change, a subtle deepening of sound, as though the train itself knows it is passing over water. Below, the river flows silently, carrying reflections downstream. You imagine each ripple as a thought, each flicker of light a memory released, drifting away into the distance. The bridge ends, and the train returns to solid ground, its rhythm steady once more. The countryside stretches on. Small cottages appear now and then, their windows glowing faintly with golden light. Each one seems to hold its own story of families asleep under heavy quilts, a single lamp left burning in a quiet study, perhaps a dog curled at the foot of a bed. You pass them all gently, without disturbing their peace, like a guest walking softly through a room where others are already dreaming. Sometimes, the train slows as it bends through narrow curves, and you feel the motion deepen. The sway of the carriage rocks you like a cradle. Your seat embraces you, the blanket over your lap warming you further, the sound around you weaving its endless lullaby. Outside, the trees grow thicker. You enter a stretch of forest where tall trunks rise like pillars, their crowns brushing the night sky. The train slides between them, a silver thread weaving through a dark tapestry. The forest does not feel empty. It feels alive, filled with unseen voices, wind moving through leaves, branches sighing, perhaps a distant fox padding softly across the ground. Yet none of it disturbs the quiet. Every sound joins the rhythm of the train, absorbed, softened, and carried with you. Even the shadows feel kind, not threatening. They move gently, stretching and swaying, painting the forest floor in patterns that shift and vanish as quickly as they appear. The forest opens now and then, revealing meadows dotted with wildflowers that glimmer faintly under moonlight. You cannot see their colors in the dark, but you imagine them blues, purples, white swaying together in the night air, their petals closing for rest. The sight is fleeting, but you carry it with you like a soft memory stitched into the fabric of the journey. Hours seem to pass, though you cannot measure them. The train does not announce the time. It does not care for clocks. Its rhythm is timeless, flowing only forward. You feel as though you have entered a space outside of the ordinary world, where minutes and hours lose their weight. There is only the motion, the sound, the soft unfolding of the night. Your breathing has grown slower now. You notice it without effort. Inhale, exhale, a rhythm that matches the train itself. Each breath feels deeper, easier, like the air carries with it a quiet promise that you are safe, that you are held, that you can let go. Through the glass, the moon drifts higher. Clouds move lazily across its face, sometimes hiding it, sometimes letting it shine in full. The light spills across the land, brushing treetops, painting the fields, shimmering on streams. It feels like a companion, watching over your journey, guiding the train gently through the darkness. Somewhere ahead, the faint sound of a whistle rises long, low, and soothing. It is not sharp. It is not loud. It is a voice calling softly across the countryside, telling the night, we are here. We are passing through. And the night, in turn, welcomes it, folding the sound into its endless stillness. The train presses on. Villages come and go, clusters of rooftops, a church steeple, a line of quiet streets. Lamps burn dimly on porches, but no one stirs. All is host. All is sleeping. You glide past, a silent visitor, leaving only the faint echo of your wheels, soon swallowed by the dark dot. As the countryside deepens, so does your sense of peace. Every sound, every sight, every motion has slowed your thoughts, softened your body, and eased your mind. You feel yourself carried, not just across distance, but across a threshold into rest. The journey is far from over. Ahead lie more forests, more rivers, more quiet towns. But already, you feel the train is no longer simply taking you through the night. It is carrying you into dream. So, lean back, breathe with the rhythm. Let your eyes soften against the window's glow. The countryside slips by, steady and endless, while the train continues its song. And within that song, you drift deeper still, closer to calm, closer to stillness, closer to the quiet shore of sleep. The countryside drifts behind you, and slowly the train carries you into a new landscape. The air outside grows heavier, cooler, wrapped in a veil of mist that thickens with each passing mile. Through your window, the night no longer shows fields and villages clearly. Instead, everything is soft, blurred, dissolved into shapes that shift like watercolor strokes. The mist is not frightening. It is gentle, like a blanket pulled over the land, tucking it in for sleep. The trees become silhouettes, tall and slender, their branches reaching upward as though trying to touch the pale light of the hidden moon. Shadows drift across the glass, fading as quickly as they appear, until all you see is the soft glow of mist swirling under the rhythm of the train's steady motion. The sound of the wheels remains your anchor. Clack, 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 clack. A steady, timeless beat. You feel it in your seat, in your arms resting loosely on the blanket, in your breath. The train's rhythm has become your rhythm, each sound drawing you deeper into stillness. The forest gathers thickly now. The trunks of old trees line the tracks like quiet guardians, standing watch in the silver fog. Their crowns weave together above, forming a canopy that swallows most of the sky. Yet the forest is not dark. The mist reflects the faint moonlight, glowing softly so that every tree is etched in shades of gray and silver. You imagine the forest breathing with you. Each exhale you release seems to stir the mist, rolling it gently through the branches. Each inhale feels like drawing in the scent of damp wood, cool moss, and earth resting after a long day. The forest is alive, but it does not move in haste. It rests with you. It slows with you. It dreams with you. Sometimes the train bends along a curve, and the forest seems to lean closer, as though listening to the song of the wheels. You sense the harmony between the machine and the land, metal and earth, sound and silence woven together into one endless lullaby. Even the faint creak of branches in the wind feels like a note in that song. You glance further down the track, and, for a moment, you see nothing but mist. The train feels as though it is floating through clouds, suspended in an in-between world where there is no beginning and no end. The rails vanish into white, only to emerge again as shadows in the fog. The feeling is dreamlike, and you let yourself sink into it, allowing the boundaries of the real and the imagined to blur. Your body is looser now, more at ease. The seat holds you as if it were molded to your shape. The blanket across your lap feels heavier, warmer, like a soft weight grounding you. Your breath deepens still further, each exhale carrying away thoughts, each inhale bringing only quiet. Outside, droplets of moisture glistened on the glass, forming trails as the mist condenses. They slide slowly downward, catching what little light there is, shining like tiny falling stars. You follow their path with your eyes until they merge with the frame of the window and vanish. The motion is slow, hypnotic, endlessly soothing. A sound rises in the distance The faint call of an owl, low, steady, echoing across the forest. The train does not disturb it. The two sounds blend, the owl's call weaving into the rhythm of wheels and rails. For a moment, you feel as though the night itself is speaking, reminding you that you are not alone, that the forest watches, breathes, and welcomes your presence. The train crosses a small wooden bridge, and beneath it, though faint, you hear the murmur of a stream. Water trickles and swirls, its gentle voice joining the night's symphony. The sound lingers only for a short while before fading into distance, but it leaves behind an impression, like a brushstroke of calm painted across your thoughts. The mist thickens once more, wrapping the world in softness. You see less and less of the forest now. Trees dissolve into shadows. Shapes blur into white. The window becomes a canvas of shifting fog, and you no longer try to distinguish details. You simply watch, your eyes heavy, your mind lighter with every passing moment. The voice of the night is subtle, yet everywhere. The faint rustle of leaves, the creak of wooden rails beneath iron wheels, the whisper of wind threading through branches. Each sound is small, delicate, yet together they form a harmony so complete it feels infinite. Time stretches further, minutes slip away unnoticed. You feel yourself suspended in this endless motion, as if the train has become a cradle drifting across the edge of dream. The world outside is no longer a place, is a feeling, cool, soft, quiet, and infinite. You close your eyes for a while, letting the rhythm guide you inward. With every breath, the forest fades, and in its place rises a deeper stillness. You drift, weightless, timeless, carried not just by the train, but by the very night itself. When you open your eyes again, the mist is lighter, the forest thins, and ahead, a clearing opens. A meadow bathed in silver moonlight stretches wide, dotted with tall grasses that sway gently in the breeze. Dew clings to their tips, shining like a million tiny stars scattered across the earth. The sight is breathtaking, yet gentle, like a dream painted in soft tones. The train slides silently past, and the meadow rolls away into the night. You know there will be more meadows, more forests, more rivers yet. It doesn't matter where you go, for each side carries the same gift: peace, stillness, rest. And so the journey continues. The mist rises and falls. The forest gathers and releases. The rhythm of the train remains unbroken. You soon remain carried, floating deeper into calm, deeper into quiet, deeper into the embrace of sleep. The night deepens, though time itself seems to have vanished. Hours may have passed, or perhaps only moments. The train moves steadily forward, unhurried, its rhythm unchanging. Clack, 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 clack. A sound so constant, so soothing. It no longer feels like a machine. At work it feels like the very heartbeat of the night. You rest more fully in your seat now. The blanket across your lap is warm, heavy in the most comforting way, like the embrace of safety itself. The cabin glows faintly with its golden light, but you no longer need it. Your eyes grow softer, heavier, drawn more often to the darkened window, where shapes slide by slowly, fading into mist and shadow. The world outside has become dreamlike. Sometimes you see a forest, sometimes a meadow, sometimes only the fog glowing faintly beneath the moon. It doesn't matter what appears. Each sight is gentle, fleeting, and soft, slipping past you like thoughts you no longer need to hold. The rhythm of the train rocks you deeper into stillness. With every sway of the carriage, with every pulse of the rails, your body loosens further. Your shoulders sink into the seat. Your hands rest easily. Your breath flows slow and deep, moving in harmony with the lullaby of the wheels. Far away, a whistle rises again. Low, long, unhurried. It calls out into the darkness not to break the silence, but Tojong Italiano. The sound drifts across fields and forests, lingering for a moment before dissolving. You imagine the night answering back in silence, acknowledging the train's passage, then returning to its endless rest. The train glides through another stretch of countryside. Distant hills roll gently under the moon, their shapes softened by haze. A small farmhouse appears, its chimney faint against the sky, a single window glowing like a star. You wonder who might sleep inside someone wrapped in blankets, perhaps dreaming of journeys of their own. The house slips away into the dark, and soon it is only a memory, fading as quietly as it appeared. Again, the forest gathers, tall trees rising like silent towers. Their trunks pass one after another, steady and endless, like pillars in a cathedral of night. The mist curls between them, rising and falling with the breath of the wind. The train hums softly, its rhythm blending with the quiet voices of the woods. You feel your thoughts drifting now, like leaves carried downstream. They no longer cling. They no longer demand. They float, light and effortless, away from you, until only peace remains. The train does not ask you to think, to plan, to remember. It asks only that you rest, that you surrender to the rhythm, that you allow the night to carry you where it will. The rails stretch on, endless and patient. The journey feels eternal, and in that eternity lies comfort. You are not rushing toward an end. You are not waiting for an arrival. The destination is here, in this momento, in this sound, in this stillness. Your eyes close for a time. Behind your eyelids, the rhythm continues. You see not fields or forests, but colors shifting gently, deep blues, soft silvers, warm golds swirling like clouds in a slow-moving sky. You are weightless, floating in these colors, as though the train has left the rails and carried you into a dream. When you open your eyes again, the moon is higher. Clouds drift lazily across it, sometimes dimming its glow, sometimes letting it shine fully. Its light spills across the land, washing fields and rivers in silver. It spills through your window, too, touching your blanket, your hands, your face. It feels like a companion, a guardian watching over your rest. Another river appears, glistening under the moon. The train crosses it on an iron bridge, and the sound deepens, hollow, resonant, echoing softly into the night. You listen as water flows below, carrying reflections downstream. The bridge ends, and the wheels return to earth, steady and strong. Yet the sound of water lingers in your mind, mingling with the rhythm of the rails. The night feels endless, but not heavy. Endless, like a dream you do not wish to wake from. Endless, like the soft breathing of someone sleeping peacefully beside you. Endless, like the rhythm that cradles you now. You lean your head gently against the seat, and your eyes slip closed again. Thoughts fade more quickly this time. The line between waking and dreaming blurs. Perhaps you are still on the train. Perhaps you are already in a dream of it. It does not matter. The rhythm continues either way, carrying you forward. Clack, 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 clack. The sound is everywhere now. Not just beneath you, but within you. In your breath. In der der. In the slow drift of your mind. The train's song has become your song, guiding you into rest. The forest gives way once more to open land. You glimpse wide fields bathed in moonlight, grasses swaying slowly, touched by dew. The sight is fleeting, but it stays with you, like a gentle image left behind to guide your dreams. The train presses on. The night deepens still, and you, carried within its steady cradle, drift deeper and deeper toward the shores of sleep. The train continues through the night, steady and patient, as though it knows there is no need to hurry. The world outside grows quieter still. Villages fade, forests fade. Even the rivers have fallen behind. What remains is the rhythm, the endless, soothing rhythm that has carried you all this way. Clack, 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 clack. It has become the language of the night, a song written in sound and silence, motion and stillness. You no longer need to listen for it. It is simply there, woven into you, a part of your own breath, your own heartbeat. The window shows little now. The mist has thickened once more, wrapping the land in a blanket of silver shapes, blurred edges, bunnies. Bunnies, all that remains are soft tones of gray and white, shifting like dreams across the glass. The night no longer shows you the outside world, it shows you a reflection of your own drifting mind. Your body is heavy, but it is the heaviness of rest, of surrender, of safety. The seat cradles you completely, the blanket warms you. The cabin hums with a quiet glow, each sound softened by the embrace of silence. There is nothing more you need to do, nothing more you need to hold. The train moves gently, rocking you as though you were a child again, carried without worry, without thought. The rails stretch endlessly ahead, but you do not need to follow them with your eyes. The journey is not for your mind. The journey is for your rest. Time has dissolved completely. You do not know if minutes pass, or hours, or something else entirely, but it no longer matters. The train exists beyond time, and within it, you are beyond time too. There is only this moment, stretching softly, endlessly, carrying you deeper. The night whispers through the window, a sound so faint you might only imagine it. The hush of wind, the sigh of branches, the distant call of unseen creatures. Each whisper joins the lullaby of the wheels, reminding you that the world outside is resting too. Everything sleeps. Everything drifts. Everything is quiet. Your eyes grow heavier now. Each blink lingers longer until your lids barely rise again. The warmth around you, the rhythm beneath you, the soft silence within you all conspire gently to guide you away from l'avec, EFULNESS. There is no destination for you to reach tonight. The train does not need to arrive. It only needs to carry you deeper and deeper until the journey itself becomes the dream. So let go. Let your breath grow slower, softer, quieter. Let your thoughts dissolve like mist, vanishing into the night. Let your body sink fully into the seat, into the warmth, into the rhythm that holds you. Clack, 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 clack. The sound grows fainter now, not because it has stopped, but because your mind no longer needs to hold it. It drifts to the edges of your awareness, like a lullaby fading as you fall asleep. The train continues on, endless and eternal, carrying you through the quiet, carrying you through the night, carrying you gently into dream. And now you rest.